Backpack squeak on our shoulders, dust on your laughing shoes. Map is a mess in your pocket. We keep the trail, we lose the room. Orange trees over our heads.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's just gone 7:15. It's a chilly, clear morning, which means it's going to be hot soon. But we've just left our hotel in Lyon, and there was a bit of a kerfuffle outside with people not knowing where to go. The normal route through town, there is construction work and there's a lack of arrows and the last time we left Lyon, we found it was easiest to just walk straight down the main drag till you get to the river, turn right, walk along the river towards the Watzador, and just before you get to the Watzador, there's a cafe where we asked the guy yesterday when we had a coffee there, and he said he opens at 7.
So it's a really nice cafe.
Yeah. So we're timing our run to try to get to his cafe.
Yeah, just as he's opening.
To welcome us in for breakfast. But there was even a guy standing outside the hotel talking to some Asian people, telling them, no, go the other way, there are arrows. And I said, listen, dude, we walked that way yesterday. And there's not many. Oh, yes. And then we thought, I wonder if people are choosing to go this way.
Because it's so straightforward.
Yeah, and just one turn. And maybe he owns a cafe or something and he wants people. But if they want people to go through the town, fix the markers up, because
I've noticed for quite a few years now.
It's woeful.
I don't know whether Lyon people are not wanting pilgrims anymore, but they'd actually a few years ago sprayed grey paint.
Over the arrows.
Silvery grey paint over the arrows to make it hard for pilgrims to find their way out.
And we deliberately
walked.
Walked that way yesterday, and it's very difficult to follow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so long as we get to our cafe and have a cup of coffee, we'll be fine.
Be good.
We'll be
fine.
But
that's the thing, like, we sort of know where we're going, and we had problems.
Yeah. If you didn't know.
Not good.
Yeah, very ambiguous. But today we've got about a 21k walk to VILAR de Mazarife. It's going to be hot, but we should be there by lunchtime.
And there's not much shade.
Yeah, and then over the next week, the weather's going back up above 30 again.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave early on the shorter days, and then we've got some long days across the mountains. We'll decide whether or not we send our pack ahead for those days.
It looks like we might.
Yeah.
But we won't make our final decision yet. Things can change.
That's it.
It's not as of yet.
Yeah. And my main thing is, I don't want to stuff my knee wearing a backpack on a long climb when we don't have to.
No.
And we've come so far that I think we'll just look after ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, more later.
Bye.
So that's looking back where we've walked along the river. When we said along the river, we didn't actually cross over and walk where those pilgrims are. We walked along the footpath, and then eventually you get to Cafeteria Peregrino, which is opposite the Watzador, and the cafe said they open at 7. We were here just before 7 and he was well open. So, and happy to make coffee, juice and toast. Okay, that was a really nice breakfast. The toasted buns were actually soft enough to eat. So now we'll just walk across here and get onto the Camino route out of town. Off we go.
So there's the Watzador.
Oh yes.
I have to explain this. When we were first back in Spain, we couldn't remember what it was called for a second, and I came up with Watzador. So that's where that inside joke is coming from.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. So it's just gone 20 minutes past 8, and we're coming towards the town of La Virgen de la Camino. So I think this could be our second breakfast stop, hopefully. So it's just gone 20 minutes before 9. And this is the first cafe in town. It's a good place for second breakfast. And who should we find enjoying her second breakfast but Lynn? Hello again.
Hi.
So it's just gone 9 o'clock. Had a really nice second breakfast at that cafe back there. World's best ever orange juice and coffee. And just up ahead is where the pathway today, you can take the alternate through VILAR de Mazarife, which we're going to do because we want to stay at Teo Pepe, or you can take the main route to
St. Mark.
Yeah, which I think most people probably will.
It goes alongside of the highway.
Yeah, and I think Teo Pepe, from what we can gather, typically gets busy when the Camino's busy. So I think we've been there before when all of the rooms have been booked by tour companies. Haven't got a real good feel for how busy it is.
Tonight.
But we're in there, yeah.
We were there last year, so
Yeah.
it's good.
So getting along nicely. So we're just coming up to where the alternate pathway leaves. And it's a nothing pathway, it's just a dirt track. So it's not the world's most spectacular way to go, but that will be our way today.
And for the time being, we're in clouds, so it won't be
Yeah.
too hot.
Yeah, it's actually, to be honest, it's a little chilly.
Yes.
So that's what we're walking towards, but that's what's coming over us, full cloud. So it's just gone 9:45. The little town of Fresno that we walked through a couple of kilometres ago was all locked up, so that would have been our third breakfast. And we're just coming into Encina. Pretty sure nothing's open in Encina. I might be wrong. There's a newish albergue at the other end of town. They might leave their shop open for passing pilgrims, but there's nobody that we can see going this way today. So that sort of goes hand in hand with the fact that we said this part of the Camino didn't seem busy. But I think, as we mentioned, sometimes Teo Pepe fills up with tour company people who get, there's a accommodation shortage on the main route, so they get taxied to Teo Pepe and then taxied back to the main route. So there may be people there. It's just hard to imagine. There's 3 really nice albergues in VILAR de Mazarife, and we stayed there with Louise and Gordon in 2024, and the one we stayed in was pretty full. Just with nobody on the trail, it's hard to imagine them being full. Like maybe everybody came through super early, but it's pretty quiet at the moment. Anyway, let's see if we can get a little, or have a little stop in Encina. So we're having a drink break in the Domus Encina. Now, from the front, it looks like an albergue, but when you walk inside, it's like a luxury resort hotel. It's set up for, there's lots of proper hotel rooms. It's a really well-equipped dining room, all set up for breakfast. The grounds are really, I just don't know what it is, because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, the town's so small.
The town's so small. Yeah, this is just one of the levels. To get to the cafe from the street, we had to walk through 3 different levels. So there's another level with dining and serenity pool and lots of rooms. It's huge. Just don't know what it is. There's no one here. So between Onsina and the next town is about 5 kilometres, and it's just pretty much flat countryside like this. So we're still on the Meseta until we get to just before Astorga, where the countryside and the vegetation changes. So there's been a couple of comments from people on our YouTube about the Meseta. I think somebody asked about trees. A lot of the Meseta isn't the photos you see where people photograph the crop fields in August, September, when it really is just brown. A lot of the Meseta is just a high flatland, because we're about 800 metres. So yes, there are trees and plants and colours and lots of things. And I think there probably are more wide open spaces than other parts of the Camino. So for example, from Onsina to the next town is about an hour of countryside like this. You come through here 3 weeks earlier, when we've come through here before, the fields are full of lavender. So either the 3 weeks further on in the season or the heat wave that we've had has killed the lavender off. There's only a few small lavender plants here and there.
So these yellow flowers we've never really seen on this stretch before. They've been, we've seen them now for quite a few days, but this usually has these flowers. And as Michael mentioned, lavender throughout this whole field. But by this time of the year, it looks like these guys take over.
So it's just coming up to 11:15, and this is, the name of this town actually escapes me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's our 3/4 of the way town, so I think when we get into town, that's about 16 kilometres of our 20-kilometre day done at 11:15, which is kind of what we wanted. We wanted to get to VILAR de Mazarife by lunchtime to avoid this afternoon's heat. But surprisingly, we've had clouds on and off.
Yeah, and filtered sun.
Filtered sun, and there's actually quite a nice cool breeze blowing at the moment.
So it's actually been quite easy, I think.
It's been a lovely walking day, actually. Yeah, no, it really has.
Which is good, because I was a bit worried.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, so I think leaving early and stopping often is the way to go. So we just had to cut communications while that car and trailer drove past, creating a dust storm. So yes, as Lynn was saying, today so far has been a lovely walk. Still got 4k to go after we have a little break in this town, but we're doing nicely. G'day, it's 11:45. We've just had our last drink stop. We think it's about 4 kilometres to go to VILAR de Mazarife, and even though it's supposed to be really hot today, every time the cloud comes over, or if you're in the shade, it's actually quite chilly.
Freezing, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a strange...
I think because we're a bit sweaty
yeah.
on our backs from the packs, as soon as a cool breeze hits you in the shade, you think, oh my goodness, it's not as hot as you think.
Yes.
But it's okay.
It's okay. So I reckon about another hour should get us there. We'll just plod along and see how we go.
Yep.
More later.
Bye.
So it's just gone 12:35. This is us arriving in VILAR de Mazarife. This is where we'll be staying today. Just going to walk through a very little town towards the church steeple. I've just gone out of sight behind that tree. And that's where Teo Pepe is. So long as they haven't lost our reservation, we'll be staying there tonight. We had spoken about how you lose track of things, because let's say, for instance, they'd lost our reservation or whatever. It's 20-25 minutes back to Leon in a taxi. You could stay there tonight and then get a taxi back here in the morning and resume your walk. So it's not the end of the world. Now, I don't want to do that, but you do lose all track of distances and things when you're walking the distances. So we just checked into Teo Pepe. It's a really nice country hotel. That's our room through there. This is the beer garden. I'll show you the restaurant when we go for lunch, but we're just hydrating before we have a shower, and then when the kitchen opens at 1:30 we'll have some lunch. Good afternoon.
Hi.
So it's about 6:10. Teo Pepe kitchen starts serving dinner at 6:30. So we met a couple of guys from, we're not sure whether they're from Kansas State or Kansas City, which apparently are different things.
Yes.
But Peter and
Charlie.
So they said, let's the four of us have dinner together because they're pretty interesting guys.
Yeah.
So we're doing our closeout now because there's not a lot happening in VILAR de Mazarife. So had a really good walk today, left early, measured what we wanted to do, got here by 1. Now, if you go out into the sun, it is really hot. But we're sitting, if I just show you, so out there in the sun, but we're sitting next to the church on a bench in the shadow.
It's cool.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, there's quite a cool breeze.
Yeah, so it's quite pleasant actually. So we've had the window in our room open all afternoon. Should have no trouble sleeping, I'd say.
No, they've got fly screens.
Yes.
Not many people over here have fly screens.
Go figure.
So we can leave the window open
Yeah.
tonight and not be worried any bugs come in on us.
So that's pretty much all from us today. Tomorrow we've got a short day. We deliberately planned it like this because this is a stage where I wrecked my knee last time.
But you're going good this time.
So far so good.
Yeah.
And I think the only other thing to report is whenever we have sore muscles or stiffness, we use physio cream that we get from, well, we get it from Susie in the pharmacy.
Yeah, and it's either bright purple tube.
Yeah, and it works a treat. Over here, you can have physio cream cannabis.
Yes.
And we thought, what's the difference? And we looked it up and it said it just provides a mild anaesthetic on the surface. So Lynn tried it this afternoon.
Mild anaesthetic.
How is your legs going with physio cream cannabis?
It's burning like crazy. I don't know whether I'll be able to use it, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, my first experience of cannabis in cream form.
Anyway, that's all from us this afternoon and more tomorrow.
Bye.